Welcome back this week. Same spot, same time of day. Looks like the sun always setting. And I really like just coming out of here. It's kind of refreshing just being outside. In this episode, I just thought I'd talk about money management. And again, this is dear to my heart, and my goal is really just to be able to share with you just some tips and tricks, tricks and tips. Something that I've learned along the journey that I'm still learning. I don't claim to have arrived, to have made it, to have, kind of really fully understood how kind of finance and money works. I am on a journey, but what I've learned is something that I'm more than happy I'm willing to share with you guys. But some of the basic fundamental principles of any entity, organization, person, country, even, I think some of these money principles will just apply to everyone at any time. So one of the first things that you should always consider when it comes to managing money well and finances is determining your needs. What is it really that you need? Okay, and now this is important in a couple of ways. One is from managing what you have to make sure you don't kind of overdo it, you don't exceed what you have. On the other side is also to look at then the income expected as part of that to support your needs, right? And income is just referring to, so it's not some random job. Okay, that's one way to look at it as well. But you can actually effectively plan to say, if these are my needs, this is how much I am going to need. You plan around that. And what kind of job should I have, right? Or what kind of income should I have in terms of income that's enough to be able to sustain the lifestyle? Okay, obviously this goes beyond the job, beyond the business, etc. This could be many forms of income, and that we can cover again in another episode. But that's the key thing, being able to determine your needs, right? And then go and acquire what you need, and then hopefully you're happy, be content with those needs. If you cannot acquire, whether it could be due to financial lack, okay. And I think this is again one key thing, that you start looking inwards to say, what does it take for me to acquire, to be able to acquire these needs? If you don't have the means right now, it's okay. The idea is the desire and the goal hopefully should help you create a plan that will guide you towards achieving what you need. So what is it really that you want, right? What is it that you need? Okay, you need a means maybe to, I don't know, to transport yourself to work, to business, or as part of your business to move goods around or things. Get that plan together and then see how much it would cost you to actually to have those needs. And once you have a list of those needs, you can put a plan through together. And again, if you don't, the default shouldn't be rushing into borrowing money, getting into credit, and I know this is some of the common things and mistakes that I've personally made to acquire these things, right? If it's a real need, you need to put a plan together to be able to acquire those needs. And one other fundamentally important aspect as well that I've learned over the years is not to live beyond my means, right? And what does that mean? It basically means if you already have a determined set of income, wherever that's coming, that income is, just don't spend more than that, right? If you do, you're heading for financial trouble, and that's going to cause a lot more pain that goes beyond just the money aspect, right? When you've got financial issues, that touches on family, that touches on your loved ones around you, relationships and friendships, and I think we've talked about this on this wholesome money journey. So it's very, very important just to make sure that you determine your needs, you make sure that you acquire only what you need. There are some wants, right? There are differences between wants and needs, and then don't live beyond your means, and take away the stuff that you really don't need. And this could be in a form of things that are affecting your goals, that the things that you value most. And if there are any things that affect how you react to that, it's important to make sure that maybe those things also, maybe they need to go, right? The other thing is, if you've got major maybe projects that you're planning, it could be business related, stuff that's going to take away your time. And again, time is just as valuable, right? If that's going to take away your time, it's going to take away your resources, your finances. It's important to just evaluate, and sometimes it's worthwhile to say, look, we're going to really get this house. It's nice. It'd be nice to stop renting and stuff. sometimes it's okay to rent with with your parents or your in-laws, right? For a little bit. But the idea is to have a plan and then work towards achieving that plan. And there's so much benefit to delayed gratification, right? This idea of just holding off to say I badly need this, and sometimes we really don't need that, some of the stuff, right, that we think we badly need. But it's this idea of delayed gratification. Just hold on to spoiling yourself until you're actually able to. And man, that's just going to be so much wonderful, because then it's a blessing, right? Um, without any pain, without any remorse of, oh, why did I rush into this? So that's something that I think is amazing. So, and once you've acquired or what you have to conserve it, you have to protect, right? And this is something that is light and something that is easy, as coming from a place of, we need to be careful about how we use energy at home, right? If you're not using any lights, you don't just leave water running in the tap, right? And it's not because you can't afford to pay for it, but again, it's just this thought of the idea of conservation, right? It's just this idea that we're placed on this planet to take care of these things, to take care of one another, right? And there are cases where some people are lack in that area, they don't have water, and I think just thinking around that sometimes helps. At least me, reminds me, and just thinking maybe this is some of the things that I need to think about. I need to be more conservative. I need to protect the things that I value, and that includes my family as an example. And that protection could come in so many ways, right? We've talked about like protecting from when you die, for instance. Are they going to be okay, right? Health-wise, right? If anything were to happen to them, are they also going to be okay? And lastly, basically, it's finance, it's about the resources. Are you investing? Where are you investing your time? Where are you investing your money? Are you looking forward to your future, and are you putting some of your funds towards building a future? Hopefully, that doesn't make you work as hard, right? Toiling every day to be able to attain that future. So hopefully these points have been really helpful to you guys. As a reminder, I know some of these things are really basic, but I think sometimes it's just good for us to keep hearing some of these basic reminders over and over again. So we lead a lifestyle that makes sense, and hopefully we get to live a wholesome life. Thanks, guys. In the next episode.